for invading my privacy. I'm sure that he took a picture of me, and many people have seen it, and I am devastated.
My neighbor thinks that I took a picture of her and put it all over social media, which we both know never happened.
He's a spoiled brat, and someone needs to teach him a lesson, and that's why I'm here.
My neighbor has no life, and she's always blaming me for something that I never did. And she's always in my business all the time.
I am 100% sure that my neighbor took this picture, and I want Dr. Polo to tell him that he needs to respect women and their privacy.
Honestly, I don't even know why I'm really here. I think she just wants some money.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ana Polo Rules. How are you doing?
Good.
Doing great.
Wonderful. All right. Petitioner plaintiff in this case is suing the defendant, and she's seeking the amount of $5,000 for punitive damages. And let me explain clearly what punitive damages. Damages for punishment. You want to punish somebody for doing something that is improper or wrong. And these punitive damages, you want them because of invasion of your privacy and the unauthorized publishing of a picture taken from a drone.
Correct.
Oh my God, a drone.
A drone.
I remember when cameras were like the big thing, and now we're talking drones. Please explain the facts to me, how everything happened, so that I may understand.
So about a week and a half ago, I was in my backyard, my private property, sunbathing. I go inside, check some work emails, and I get an email from a friend saying, "Have you seen this picture?" I click on the link, and it's a picture. I have the pictures with me if you want to see them.
I definitely want to see them. And if we can put them up in the monitors, it would be wonderful so that everybody else can see them as well. Okay, so you see these pictures. You go to a link, and you see these pictures.
Yes. Dr. Polo, I'm a real estate agent. I build my business from the ground up. I hold my name up very high. I have conservative clients who don't want to see these kind of pictures roaming around. I don't want to see these kind of pictures roaming around. I'm devastated. My anxiety is high because I don't know if I'm going to meet someone and they've seen these pictures. Are they judging me because of these pictures? I've lost 2 clients already because of this. So it's been a nightmare.
And besides the consequences, this is a picture that you did not authorize.
Correct.
You didn't ask anybody to take it. It's obviously a picture taken from...
Very high up.
Right.
Yes.
From some sort of altitude, either somebody up in a building. Tell me the kind of neighborhood you live in. Is it residences?
It's a residence, a gated community. It's a very, very nice neighborhood. We've been living there for 5.5 years. He's been my neighbor since we moved in. The reason I believe that it was him is because he does own a drone. And I was in and out of sleep that day that I was sunbathing, but when I woke up at one point, I kind of saw a drone over my backyard, but I didn't really think much of it. But then when I started putting 2 and 2 together, it adds up. My neighbor has a drone. He was flying it that day. This picture is now all over social media.
And you know, and apparently, what did you say? I'm sorry.
I was flying it in the morning. I didn't fly it during the day. Whenever that picture was taken, that picture was taken in the afternoon, right?
How do you know?
How do you know?
I mean, it looks like it's the afternoon and the morning.
Why?
The only time I was flying
How
it,
can you tell this is morning or afternoon?
the sunlight on the picture.
Well, my
Okay.
God, I don't...
I was
Well,
flying.
you're a sun expert
He's
here,
a
or-
weatherman too. He's a DJ, a drone flyer, and a weatherman.
Yes,
Forgot to mention
I
that.
use my drone for weddings and parties and events like that.
But you fly it around the neighborhood.
Yes, I fly it around just so I can
I'm
make
sure
sure it's
you
working.
play with it as
Yeah.
well.
Of course, practice. I'm not going to go there and go to an event and then my drone's not working. Of course, I'm going to practice.
Well, so when you practice and you practice in your neighborhood, this is your next door neighbor.
Right.
It would be so easy to just practice on her backyard, wouldn't it?
No, I don't. I practice in my own backyard. I do that. I never go over her space because it's always a problem with them, and I'll try to stay as far away.
What do you mean there's always a problem with them?
Like all the time, they try to come in and she'll come up to me and tell me like, "Hey, could you guys stop playing the music so loud?" I'm a DJ, right?
At 1 o'clock in the morning.
Naturally.
It's constant partying, constant blasting of music, and I get it. I was a teenager once. I
Yes.
understand. We like to party, we like to have friends over, but it's a frat house. His mother is never home.
No.
Okay.
Never home. So he has not thousands, but hundreds of people in the house. It's literally a frat house. It's insane.
Right.
It's insane.
Dr.
So
Polo.
we're willing to accommodate youth, but not to the point where it invades our tranquility,
Correct.
our
Play
harmony,
all the music you
and
want.
our peace.
Right. Play
Dr.
all
Polo.
the music you want. Don't take pictures of
Dr.
me.
Polo, if it was such a big issue and it was such a big problem, why do my other neighbors never complain? They never came to me and never said, hey, could you turn down the music? Hey, could you be a little bit more respectful? I've always been respectful.
Isn't that a dumb question? Think about what you just said to me. Apparently, I don't know if your other neighbors are a good-looking lady like she is.
She's not even my type, no offense.
It's not, hey, listen, she may not be your type,
So
but
I
it
wouldn't
doesn't
have to
take
take a
away
picture.
from the fact that she is a beautiful woman, that she was laying on her backyard in her bathing suit, and that any young man could feel attracted to her.
No, not me, not I.
Plus, you know what? The exhilaration, there's always that, that desire to do something that is, different and that we know we shouldn't do, but hey, I have the drone, I can see the pictures, I can, ooh, yeah.
First off, I'm not a big fan of that bathing suit to begin with. You need to take that bathing suit back.
Right, because that's what we're here for. To
All
talk
right.
about a baby.
So
suit.
you're asking for $5,000. Why
Yes.
should I not grant her petition?
Because I didn't do it, Dr. Polo. I did not take that picture. I don't need to take that picture. I have, no offense, look at me. I don't need to take a picture of her. I have a girl that I can go ahead and come in and I
My
can
God,
take.
you're full of yourself.
Yeah.
I'm
Talk
not full of
about living
myself. I
next
just
to
know
that.
I'm not ugly. I don't need to take a drone picture of her just in her bathing suit. I don't have
You know
need
what?
for
It
that.
appears to me that for some reason, these pictures are making somebody money.
I didn't take that picture.
You
I
didn't.
never seen that picture until now.
Okay.
And
Well,
No.
this thing with the drones is getting out of hand. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to hear more about it.
why don't you guys have any kids? You guys been there for
it's a
6
Why is
years.
that any
What
Mobbing
is
season.
this? What? How dare you?
Because they're swingers.
Who gives? It's very sad that you don't know enough about the toys you own. Because these toys are very complex. And they have a lot of information that they store in there. And that technicians and people who know about these toys are capable of retrieving so that we know who took the picture, where the picture come from, where was it located. All these things we know.
Right,
Sad that you didn't know it.
Well,
Because you know what I did? Prior to beginning this case, I asked you to surrender your drone. And we gave it to our expert.
okay.
You know that?
Yeah.
Right. So we have somebody who is going to be able to provide me with the information, right? At some point in the case. All right.
Okay, no
Do
problem.
you have a witness?
I do.
Let's bring her witness out, please. I have to say something. I have been the victim of what I call drone surveillance. Paparazzi nowadays are also using drones to invade people's privacy. And I have to tell you, it's just such a nasty, nasty feeling.
It really is.
Your name is?
My name is Michael. I'm a firefighter, 17 years in Tampa.
Okay. And what is your relationship to?
She's my wife.
Okay. So what's your testimony?
Well, I leave work. I go to work. When I left the house a specific day, I recall seeing him playing with his drone. I didn't think anything of it. I'm on my way to work. I got a lot of pressure to deal with. I got fires to put out.
Absolutely.
And the bottom line is, this child with his drone, that very same day, apparently, the photos that were taken were released onto social media. Not to mention, the world is full of psychos, a lot of crazy people.
Absolutely.
We don't even know if our neighbors are.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You guys are the psychos.
look,
These
I get
guys
it.
have like 2 other couples that come all the time over at like 2:30 in the morning.
And how do you know
What?
all of this?
I'm up at 2:30 in the morning and
And
I see it
apparently
all
you're
the time.
snooping on your neighbors.
There you
No,
go.
Don't you have
I'm a
anything better to
And
do?
I
I'm
wanna
a
know
teenager.
what
I have people
neighbors-
come over at 2:30 in the morning myself, friends.
Okay, yeah. So how can you be so attentive if you have friends coming over? How do you know exactly? And what is it your business if they have their friends coming over at whatever time?
Oh, because they have the window open when they're
And?
doing whatever they're doing, and I
And?
hear it. I'm right next to
I
it.
want to know
And?
what house he's
So-
looking at.
You need to grow
What
up,
is
okay?
this?
Why don't you guys have any kids? You guys been there for
it's a
6
Why is
years.
that any
that your
of
mom
What
didn't
is
feed you.
this? What? How dare you?
Because they're swingers.
Who gives
They're swingers.
gives a damn what they are? They're adults. They're responsible.
You want me to tell you why?
And they're free to do whatever they want. And who are you to be snooping? Apparently, this
Snooping?
drone is
We're
really
neighbors.
going in
Yeah.
further
Out of
than
control.
you think.
Right.
Right. There are FCC
Listen,
rules, and he obviously
probably
doesn't
jealous.
understand the
She come
regulations.
out jealous?
Where he's going into other people's
Listen,
properties.
I don't need to. What I need to be jealous for?
Well, apparently you have enough time to know what your neighbors are doing.
Exactly.
So
what
I'm
they're
not,
not
so if I have
doing.
someone come over at 2:30 in the morning, at the same time that they're having whoever come at 2:30 in the morning, wearing like little robes and stuff like that.
Who cares?
Why
They
I
have
care?
a pool.
Because I'm
You're
here.
thinking
Why am I
dirty.
here?
That's probably what your brain is all about.
Oh,
You have a
okay.
one-track mind.
Okay.
Exactly.
You're thinking that everybody is a swinger and this and that, and whether they are or not, it's none of your business.
Because it's my
The
business.
only one who's snooping here is you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, they're not putting a drone in your backyard.
I never
They're
put the
not
drone.
standing in your window watching what you're doing. So apparently, you're the only one who has time enough to. Maybe you should get another job or go to school.
I do go to school.
Well, go to second school.
Summertime.
Go to more school.
Go back to school.
It seems to me from your own testimony that all you do is invade their privacy. So I'm going to take a break, and when we come back, you better come. These are the pictures. Do you believe your son took these pictures with his drone? Yes or no? You've been responding to every one of their allegations. Is
Because-
there anything concrete that you want to tell me at this point? Anything else?
Anything concrete? What
Something
I
that
can
is not arrogant, petulant, or something, something that is really reasonable,
work for your favor.
concrete, and within the parameters of what we're discussing.
An
here.
intelligent response.
Okay, Dr. Polo. I'm a student. I work hard for whatever I have. I do go to school, and I do use my drone for official purposes.
How much did you pay for your drone?
I paid $1,200 for it.
He didn't pay for the
$1,200. Did
drone.
you buy it new or
Not
did you
bad
buy
for
it
someone that
used?
doesn't work.
Used?
No.
New. Why were you interested in having a drone? What was the purpose of it?
Well, I always wanted one. For one, like, when I go to like events and stuff, I can have cool videos and stuff showing like how my parties are.
Okay.
So it's for business. That's why I really wanted it. My
All right.
mom knew.
So
she got it for me.
You are a DJ and you work as a DJ.
I work as a DJ. It's like a side business. It's
All right.
not like that's
How
not
much
my
money do you think you make DJing?
How much are you saying, like per year, or are you saying like per event?
Let's say on an average per year, what do you make?
I would say I make about, when I have the time to do it a lot, I'll say about like $8,000, $12,000.
A year?
Yeah.
Okay, between $8,000 to $12,000 per year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you are denying categorically and
did
without
not.
a doubt that you did not take these pictures
I don't need to take
and
that.
much less publish them in the social media.
No, I have no reason to do that.
All right. Do you have a witness?
I do.
Well, let's bring out your witness. Let's see who came to help you out. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dr. Polo.
Susan, how are you?
I'm doing well, Dr. Polo.
You're Mitch's mother.
I am.
You are. Okay. How often are you out of your home and he stays alone at home?
Well, I do travel
For work?
for work. I do travel, and he is an adult.
Absolutely.
So it just depends what my schedule is for that particular week.
All right. But on the average, every month, are you out maybe a week?
Maybe a week.
All right. Perfect. While you're away, and once you come back, have you ever had any complaints, problems from anybody? Just saying that, he was a little out of line. I mean, he's a young man. I understand. Have you ever had any complaints?
The only problem that I have is with those neighbors.
Why?
We have been there 10 years,
Uh-huh.
never had a complaint.
Okay.
They moved in about 5.5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and all I hear is complaint from them. I really believe that the only reason why we are here is because she's a real estate agent.
Mm-hmm.
The market is down. She's not doing well, and she made up this whole story.
Well, excuse
Exactly.
me, but I don't think the market is doing bad here in Florida.
Well, she's not doing well.
Well,
I
At
think
all.
she
how, do you know,
actually.
how does she know you're not doing
they
well?
they they get
I-
a lot of research on me, and I didn't even know
How
I
do you
wasn't
know
doing
she's
well.
not doing well?
I have a friend of mine that's a real estate broker, and they can see how many houses she sold. She hasn't sold
so
them.
snooping runs in the family.
Well, when she
I
when
guess
she
so.
when you
accuses
have, no,
us,
when she,
Runs in
yeah,
the
then we need to
family.
know.
All of this is irrelevant. These are the pictures. Do you believe your son took these pictures with his drone? Yes or no?
of course.
No, my son did not take those pictures, but anybody could have taken those
Okay,
pictures.
but no,
That-
I'm asking you, your son is the only person around the neighborhood who has the drone. Nobody else has come forward. He hasn't presented any evidence of any other drone in the area. So, I mean, I'm just looking at the preponderance of the evidence, how it weighs to one side or the other. And that's all I'm looking at. You're telling me
washes her
you
car
don't
in
believe
that
he did
bathing
this.
suit and heels.
This-
Okay,
Same
enough
way.
of this.
Dr.
I'm
Polo-
going to take a break. When we come back, we have an expert who's going to be able to tell me if those pictures came from your drone. Come back with us. So are you taking pictures right now?
I'm taking a video right now.
My God. We have an expert, everybody. Isn't that great?
Good.
The expert to whom I handed his drone prior to this case so that he could retrieve the proper information. Plus, he's going to give us a very cool demonstration on how drones work. Let's give a welcome to Richard Lopez, who is a drone expert. How are you, Richard?
Good, and you?
Good. Okay. So explain a little bit about that particular drone you have here today.
Little drone's able to go about 400 feet legally and fly around and take pictures or video, and a very high definition video or photos.
So they're very clear pictures.
Very clear.
Up 400 feet up, you can
Correct.
take a very clear picture of something.
Correct.
Are you going to demonstrate how this
would love
works?
to.
Go ahead. Done. So are you taking pictures right now?
I'm taking a video right now.
Oh, you're taking a video. Hey! Hey, everybody, say hi. We know they're taking it, so might as well say hi. Hey, hello. So you're taking a video right now, and look at that. Look at the precision. My God. Okay, Richard, wonderful. Okay, Richard, were you able to find the GPS coordinates on his drone, the drone that he surrendered to us and that you examined?
Yes, from his drone, I was able to determine that yes, it was flown over the plaintiff's house.
In other words, the GPS coordinates matched with the location of her backyard.
That is correct.
So we could say with scientific certainty that that drone flew over her house on that date.
Yes, it did.
Okay, did it take a picture?
Yes, it did.
It took these pictures?
I can't tell if they actually took those pictures because those pictures were actually deleted. So
Oh.
there is a log that something happened over that property, but I can't see the actual photos.
All right. The other question, were you able to track where the photo first appeared, in which website?
Well, actually, a good way to determine is to actually do a backward search on the image
Okay.
on most search engines, and you can actually determine who posted that picture or where it actually was posted at.
Okay, but where was the picture first published?
The photo first appeared on voyeurismrs.com.
Okay, I want to ask you, does this sound familiar to you?
No,
This voyeurism?
No, I've never been on voyeurism.
This is your chance to come clean with
And
me.
I'm telling you the truth. I've never been on
Things
voyeurism.
are just not looking so good for you.
I know. And I said that I had.
Okay, so you're telling me you don't know
My
this.
son
You have
doesn't
nothing to
know
do
the
with this.
website.
I'm telling you, I flew
Perfect.
the drone
Nothing
during
to
that
do
day.
with
I
it.
practiced
Listen.
earlier.
Yeah.
You
never denied
You keep
that
telling me
flying.
the time and the time as if the time was relevant in here. The relevancy is that you actually flew the drone over her backyard.
Right.
Were you able then to track who owns this website or who is it registered to?
The register, it was actually, there's an address in Tampa Bay, Florida.
In Tampa Bay, Florida.
It's not our
And it
address.
does it have
We
a name?
nothing to do with it.
It was by a nickname, Tinker Doodle.
Tinker Doodle.
Does it sound familiar to you?
That's what I used to call my son when he was little.
That was his nickname.
That was his nickname.
But listen, what I want you to
Let
know
me tell you
is
something. Tinkerdoodle is not. It's not a very common. It's not a common nickname. Really? Don't you think this is so coincidental?
it may be a
Cyrus Ren-
coincidence.
Dr. Polo, this is embarrassing. It's humiliating.
I'm ready
We
to
have
rule
more
in this
important
case.
things to
Listen
do.
to me.
It's
I'm
humiliating
going
for
to
me.
rule this on this case. If this were a criminal case, the burden of proof would be beyond a reasonable doubt. But this is a civil case. We are asking for damages, for money's damages. I am going to tell you what I find here. I find that you own a drone. I find that you live next to these people. I find that you flew the drone the day these pictures were taken. I find that your very particular nickname was used in this website where these pictures were published. Don't you think that under the preponderance of the evidence, this is tilting against the defendant? It is definitely clear in my mind that this defendant took this picture and
No.
posted it in these websites where he's probably benefiting financially from them. Not only that, the defendant has the ability to pay the amount that's being requested by the petitioner, since he makes the sum of about $8,000 to $12,000 from his DJ business.
So why would I need
So
to
my
take the
decision
picture?
is I rule in favor of the petitioner, $5,000 in 30 days, and this is how I rule.